What if everything you thought you knew about history was only half the story? Imagine a world where ancient civilizations possessed knowledge so advanced it defies explanation. A world where entire cities vanished without a trace and cryptic artifacts hold secrets that have baffled experts for centuries. This is not the plot of a science fiction novel. This is our reality. History is filled with mysteries that have been hidden, ignored, or deliberately erased. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 30 of the most shocking historical secrets ever uncovered. From lost cities to unexplained phenomena, these revelations will challenge everything you thought you knew about the past. So, buckle up and prepare to have your mind blown as we dive into the untold stories that have been buried for centuries. By the end of this video, you'll see history in a whole new light. Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover might just change the way you see the world forever. Now turning to one of the most enduring legends of all time, let's explore the mystery of the Lost City of Atlantis. First mentioned by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato over 2,000 years ago, Atlantis was described as a powerful and advanced civilization that supposedly existed around 9,000 years before his time. According to Plato, this island nation was located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now know as the Strait of Gibraltar, and was said to have been swallowed by the sea in a single day and night of catastrophic destruction. But was Atlantis real, or simply a cautionary tale invented by Plato to illustrate the dangers of hubris and greed? Over the centuries, countless theories have emerged about the possible location of Atlantis. Some believe it could have been in the Mediterranean, near the island of Santorini, which was devastated by a massive volcanic eruption around 1600 years before the Common Era. Others suggest it might have been in the Caribbean, the Azores, or even Antarctica. Modern archaeologists and researchers have used advanced technology, such as sonar mapping and satellite imagery, to search for evidence of submerged ruins that could match Plato's descriptions. Yet, despite these efforts, no definitive proof of Atlantis has ever been found. What makes this legend so captivating is not just the mystery of its existence, but the idea that an ancient civilization could have achieved technological and cultural advancements far beyond what we typically attribute to the ancient world. Could Atlantis have been a real place lost to time and the depths of the ocean? Or is it a story that continues to inspire because it taps into our fascination with the unknown and the possibility of discovering something extraordinary? As we move forward, the search for Atlantis remains one of history's greatest enigmas, a tantalizing reminder that there are still secrets waiting to be uncovered beneath the waves. Now shifting our focus to another baffling historical enigma, we come to the Voynich Manuscript, a mysterious book that has puzzled scholars, cryptographers, and historians for centuries. Dating back to the 15th century, this handwritten text is filled with strange illustrations of plants, celestial diagrams, and human figures, all accompanied by an unknown script that has yet to be deciphered. Named after Wilfrid Voynich, the rare book dealer who acquired it in 1912, the manuscript has become one of the most studied and debated artifacts in the world. What makes the Voynich Manuscript so intriguing is not just its undeciphered text, but the sheer variety of theories about its origins and purpose. Some believe it to be an alchemical guide, filled with coded recipes for creating elixirs or unlocking hidden knowledge. Others suggest it might be a medical text offering remedies for ailments using plants that have yet to be identified. There are even those who argue it could be an elaborate hoax, crafted to deceive collectors or scholars into believing it holds secrets it never truly contained. Despite decades of analysis by some of the brightest minds in cryptography and linguistics, the manuscript's language remains a mystery. Is it a lost language, a complex cipher, or perhaps even an invented script meant to conceal its true meaning? The illustrations offer tantalizing clues, but without a key to decode the text, their significance remains speculative. The Voynich Manuscript continues to captivate because it represents the ultimate unsolved puzzle, a piece of history that defies explanation. It challenges our understanding of the past and reminds us that there are still mysteries waiting to be unraveled. As we delve deeper into the secrets of history, the Voynich Manuscript stands as a testament to the enduring allure of the unknown. And with that, we move forward to uncover yet another hidden chapter of our past. Now turning to another marvel of ancient ingenuity, we uncover the Antikythera Mechanism, a device so advanced for its time that it has been dubbed the world's first computer. Discovered in 1901 by sponge divers off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera, this intricate bronze artifact dates back to around 100 BCE. At first glance, it appeared to be little more than a corroded lump of metal, but upon closer inspection, researchers realized they had stumbled upon something extraordinary. The Antikythera Mechanism is a complex assembly of more than 30 interlocking gears, each meticulously crafted to perform precise calculations. Its purpose: to predict astronomical events with astonishing accuracy. This ancient device could track the movements of the sun, moon, and planets, predict eclipses, and even mark the dates of significant events like the Olympic Games. It was, in essence, a portable cosmos, a tool that allowed its users to navigate the heavens with a level of sophistication that wouldn't be matched for over 1,000 years. What makes the Antikythera Mechanism so remarkable is not just its functionality but the sheer brilliance of its design. The gears were arranged in a way that mimicked the irregular orbits of celestial bodies, a feat that required a deep understanding of both mathematics and astronomy. Some researchers believe it may have been used by ancient Greek scholars to study the cosmos or by sailors to aid in navigation. Others suggest it could have been a teaching tool, demonstrating the principles of celestial mechanics to students. The discovery of the Antikythera Mechanism challenges our assumptions about the technological capabilities of ancient civilizations. It serves as a reminder that the past holds secrets far more advanced than we often give it credit for. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of this ancient device, we gain not only insight into the ingenuity of our ancestors, but also a deeper appreciation for the timeless quest to understand the universe. And with that, we move forward to explore yet another hidden chapter of history, where the line between myth and reality blurs once more. Now shifting our gaze to the vast deserts of Peru, we encounter one of the most enigmatic creations of the ancient world, the Nazca Lines. These massive geoglyphs, etched into the arid landscape over 2,000 years ago, stretch across hundreds of square kilometers, forming intricate designs that range from simple geometric shapes to elaborate depictions of animals, plants, and humanoid figures. Discovered in the early 20th century, these lines have puzzled researchers and captivated the imagination of the world ever since. The Nazca Lines were created by the Nazca people, who flourished in southern Peru between 200 BC and 600 CE. Using simple tools and careful planning, they removed the reddish-brown iron oxide-coated pebbles that cover the desert surface, revealing the lighter-colored earth beneath. This contrast creates the striking images that are best viewed from the air, leading many to wonder how the Nazca people achieved such precision without the ability to fly. Some theories suggest they used wooden stakes and ropes to map out the designs, while others propose they employed a form of surveying technology that remains unknown to us. The purpose of the Nazca Lines has been the subject of intense debate. One prominent theory is that they served as an astronomical calendar, aligning with celestial events such as solstices and equinoxes. This idea is supported by the fact that some lines point directly to the positions of the sun, moon, and stars during significant times of the year. Others believe the geoglyphs were part of religious or ceremonial practices, possibly used to communicate with deities or to mark sacred pathways for rituals. Perhaps the most intriguing theory is that the Nazca Lines were intended as messages for extraterrestrial beings, Proponents of this idea argue that the massive scale and precise designs could only be fully appreciated from above, suggesting they were meant to be seen by visitors from the sky. While this theory remains speculative, it adds an air of mystery to an already fascinating enigma. What makes the Nazca Lines so remarkable is not just their size and complexity, but the enduring questions they raise about the capabilities and intentions of the Nazca people. Were they master astronomers, devout worshippers, or perhaps even early pioneers attempting to communicate with beings beyond our world? As we continue to study these ancient marvels, we are reminded that the past is filled with secrets that challenge our understanding of human ingenuity and imagination. And with that, we prepare to uncover yet another hidden chapter of history where the boundaries of science and myth intertwine once more. Now turning to the sands of ancient Mesopotamia, we uncover a discovery that has sparked both fascination and debate: the Baghdad Battery. These unassuming clay jars, dating back to the Parthian or Sasanian period around 2,000 years ago, were unearthed in the 1930s near modern-day Baghdad. At first glance, they appear to be simple storage vessels, but their contents tell a different story. Each jar contains a copper cylinder, an iron rod, and traces of an acidic substance such as vinegar or wine. When combined, these elements create a chemical reaction capable of producing a small electric current. The implications of this discovery are staggering. Could these ancient artifacts be evidence of early batteries? If so, what purpose did they serve? One compelling theory suggests they were used for electroplating, a process that coats one metal with another using electricity. Ancient artisans might have employed these batteries to gild jewelry or other objects, adding a layer of gold or silver for decorative or symbolic purposes. This would mean that the concept of electricity was understood and utilized long before the modern era, challenging our assumptions about the technological capabilities of ancient civilizations. Another possibility is that the Baghdad batteries had a religious or ceremonial function. Some researchers propose they were used in rituals to create a sense of awe or mystery, perhaps by generating small shocks or sparks during sacred ceremonies. This theory aligns with the idea that ancient societies often blended science and spirituality, using their knowledge of the natural world to enhance their connection to the divine. Yet, the existence of these batteries raises more questions than answers. If the ancient Mesopotamians had access to such technology, why is there no widespread evidence of its use? Why were these batteries seemingly forgotten for centuries? Skeptics argue that the jars may have had a more mundane purpose, such as storing scrolls or other materials, and that the electrical properties are merely coincidental. However, the precise construction of the jars and their components suggests a deliberate design, leaving the mystery unresolved. What makes the Baghdad Battery so intriguing is not just its potential function, but what it reveals about the ingenuity of ancient peoples. It forces us to reconsider the timeline of human innovation and to acknowledge that our ancestors may have been far more advanced than we give them credit for. As we continue to explore the secrets of the past, discoveries like the Baghdad Battery remind us that history is full of surprises, waiting to challenge our understanding of the world. And with that, we move forward to another astonishing chapter where the line between myth and reality blurs once again. Now shifting our focus to a relic that has captivated both believers and skeptics for centuries, we delve into the mystery of the Shroud of Turin. This ancient linen cloth, measuring approximately 14 feet long and 3.5 feet wide, is said to bear the faint image of a man who appears to have suffered crucifixion. Many believe it to be the burial shroud of Jesus Christ, while others argue it is an elaborate medieval forgery. The debate surrounding its authenticity has sparked intense scientific scrutiny, making it one of history's most controversial artifacts. The shroud first gained widespread attention in the 14th century when it surfaced in Liège, France. However, its origins remain shrouded in mystery. Some claim it dates back to the time of Christ, while others suggest it was created during the Middle Ages. The most significant scientific examination of the shroud took place in 1988, when carbon dating tests were conducted on a small sample of the cloth. The results indicated that the shroud originated between the years 1260 and 1390, seemingly confirming its medieval origins, yet these findings have been hotly contested. Critics argue that the sample tested may have been contaminated or taken from a repaired section of the shroud, skewing the results. Adding to the intrigue is the enigmatic image itself. The figure on the shroud displays wounds consistent with crucifixion, including nail marks in the wrists and feet, a spear wound in the side, and what appears to be lash marks across the back. The image is not painted but rather appears to be a faint, almost photographic imprint. Scientists have proposed various theories to explain how the image was formed, ranging from a natural chemical reaction caused by the body's decomposition to a burst of radiant energy during the resurrection. However, no definitive explanation has been proven, leaving the mystery unsolved. The Shroud of Turin continues to inspire fascination and debate. For some, it is a sacred relic that provides tangible evidence of Christ's suffering and resurrection. For others, it is a medieval masterpiece, a testament to the ingenuity of its creator. Regardless of its origins, the shroud remains a powerful symbol, challenging us to explore the intersection of faith, science, and history. As we move forward, we turn our attention to another astonishing discovery that blurs the line between myth and reality, reminding us that the past is full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. Now, as we journey further into the annals of history, we arrive at one of the most astonishing archaeological discoveries of all time, the Terracotta Army. Buried for over 2,000 years, this vast collection of life-sized clay soldiers was unearthed in 1974 by farmers digging a well near the city of Xi'an in China. What they stumbled upon was no ordinary find. It was the silent guardians of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, who ruled during the 3rd century before the Common Era. The Terracotta Army is a breathtaking testament to the ambition and power of Qin Shi Huang, the man who unified China and laid the foundation for its imperial legacy. The army consists of thousands of intricately crafted soldiers, each with unique facial features, hairstyles, and armor, reflecting the diversity of the real army that once served the emperor. Alongside the soldiers, the pits also contain horses, chariots, and even weapons, all meticulously designed to accompany Qin Shi Huang into the afterlife. The craftsmanship of the Terracotta Army is nothing short of extraordinary. Each figure was created using a combination of molds and hand carving, ensuring that no two soldiers are exactly alike. The level of detail is staggering, from the folds in their clothing to the expressions on their faces, capturing the essence of individual warriors. Originally, the figures were painted in vibrant colors, though much of the pigment has faded over the centuries. But why were these soldiers created? Qin Shi Huang was obsessed with immortality and believed that his terracotta army would protect him in the afterlife. The army was buried in massive underground pits arranged in battle formation, ready to defend their emperor for eternity. The scale of the project is mind-boggling. It is estimated that over 700,000 workers labored for decades to complete the army and the surrounding necropolis. Even today, the Terracotta Army continues to reveal its secrets. Ongoing excavations have uncovered new pits, revealing additional figures, including acrobats, musicians, and even bureaucrats, suggesting that the emperor sought to recreate his entire court in the afterlife. Scientists are also using advanced technology to study the figures, uncovering details about the materials used and the techniques employed by ancient artisans. The Terracotta Army is more than just a collection of statues. It is a window into the mind of one of history's most powerful rulers and a testament to the ingenuity of ancient Chinese civilization. As we move forward, we turn our attention to another ancient mystery, one that has puzzled scholars for centuries and continues to challenge our understanding of the past. Now, shifting our gaze to the arid landscapes of the Middle East, we uncover one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of the 20th century, the Dead Sea Scrolls. Hidden for over 2 millennia in the Qumran caves near the Dead Sea, these ancient manuscripts were stumbled upon by a Bedouin shepherd in 1947, completely by accident. What he found would forever change our understanding of early religious history. The Dead Sea Scrolls consist of thousands of fragments from more than 900 manuscripts, written primarily in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. These texts include some of the oldest known copies of the Hebrew Bible, as well as other religious writings, hymns, and community rules. The scrolls are believed to have been created between the 3rd century before the Common Era and the 1st century of the Common Era, offering an unparalleled glimpse into the beliefs and practices of Jewish communities during that time. One of the most remarkable aspects of the Dead Sea Scrolls is their preservation. The dry, stable climate of the Qumran caves allowed these fragile documents to survive for centuries, protected from the elements. Among the most famous scrolls is the Isaiah scroll, which contains the entire book of Isaiah and is nearly identical to the version used in modern Bibles, highlighting the remarkable accuracy of textual transmission over thousands of years. The scrolls also provide insight into the diversity of religious thought in ancient Judaism. Some texts reflect the beliefs of the Essenes, a Jewish sect thought to have lived in the Qumran community, while others reveal debates about theology, law, and the end times. These writings have deepened our understanding of the religious landscape that gave rise to both Rabbinic Judaism and early Christianity. However, the Dead Sea Scrolls are not without controversy. Questions about their authorship, the identity of the Qumran community, and the interpretation of certain texts have sparked heated debates among scholars. Some argue that the scrolls were written by a single group, while others believe they were collected from various Jewish communities. Additionally, the delay in publishing all the scrolls for decades after their discovery led to accusations of secrecy and academic gatekeeping. Despite these controversies, the Dead Sea Scrolls remain a cornerstone of biblical and historical scholarship. They have reshaped our understanding of the development of the Hebrew Bible, the origins of Jewish sects, and the cultural context of early Christianity. As we continue to study these ancient texts, they remind us of the enduring power of written words to connect us with the past. With this profound discovery behind us, we now turn to another enigmatic treasure hidden in the sands of time, one that has captivated treasure hunters and historians alike for centuries. Now, as we journey to the rugged shores of Nova Scotia, Canada, we find ourselves drawn into one of history's most enduring treasure hunts, the mystery of the Oak Island Money Pit. For over 200 years, this small island has been the site of countless excavations, theories, and even tragedies, all centered around a deep, man-made shaft that has baffled treasure hunters and historians alike. The story begins in 1795, when a young man named Daniel Maginnis discovered a peculiar circular depression in the ground, surrounded by old oak trees with markings that suggested human activity. Intrigued, Maginnis and his friends began digging, uncovering layers of logs, clay, and even coconut fibers, materials that seemed out of place on the island. As they dug deeper, they encountered a stone inscribed with cryptic symbols, fueling speculation that something of immense value lay buried below. Over the centuries, the Oak Island Money Pit has attracted adventurers, engineers, and even wealthy investors, all hoping to uncover its secrets. Theories about what might be hidden there range from the plausible to the fantastical. Some believe it contains the lost treasure of Captain Kidd or other pirates, while others suggest it holds religious artifacts such as the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant. There are even claims that the pit conceals manuscripts proving the existence of the Knights Templar in North America long before Columbus. Despite the allure, the Money Pit has proven to be a dangerous and elusive target. Excavations have been plagued by flooding, collapses, and even deaths, leading some to believe the pit is booby-trapped or protected by an elaborate system of tunnels and flood channels. Modern technology, including ground-penetrating radar and advanced drilling equipment, has yet to solve the mystery, leaving the treasure, if it exists, still buried. The Oak Island Money Pit remains a symbol of human curiosity and determination. It challenges us to question what lies beneath the surface, both literally and metaphorically. Whether it holds priceless treasure or simply the remnants of an elaborate hoax, the mystery continues to captivate the imagination of treasure hunters and history enthusiasts around the world. As we leave the enigmatic shores of Oak Island, our next stop takes us to the ancient world, where another cryptic artifact has puzzled scholars for centuries. Now, as we step into the shadowy world of ancient Mesoamerica, we encounter one of history's most enigmatic artifacts, the crystal skulls. These intricately carved objects made from clear or milky quartz have fascinated archaeologists, historians, and conspiracy theorists alike. Their origins are shrouded in mystery, with some claiming they date back thousands of years to civilizations like the Aztecs or the Maya, while others argue they are elaborate modern creations. The first crystal skulls gained widespread attention in the late 19th century when they began appearing in private collections and museums. One of the most famous, known as the Mitchell-Hedges skull, was allegedly discovered in the 1920s by adventurer F. A. Mitchell-Hedges during an expedition in Belize. Its flawless craftsmanship and eerie, lifelike appearance sparked endless speculation. How could ancient peoples without modern tools have created such a precise and delicate object? This question has fueled intense debate. Skeptics point to evidence suggesting that many crystal skulls were crafted in Europe during the 19th century using advanced lapidary techniques. In fact, scientific analysis of several skulls has revealed tool marks consistent with modern equipment, casting doubt on their ancient origins. Yet, believers argue that not all skulls have been thoroughly examined, and some may still hold secrets waiting to be uncovered. Theories about the purpose of the crystal skulls are just as varied. Some suggest they were used as spiritual tools, believed to hold healing powers or the ability to communicate with otherworldly beings. Others propose they were part of ancient rituals, serving as vessels for divine energy or even as repositories of lost knowledge. On the more fantastical end of the spectrum, some claim the skulls are remnants of an advanced prehistoric civilization or even extraterrestrial artifacts. Despite the controversies, the crystal skulls continue to captivate the imagination. They have inspired countless books, movies, and legends, becoming symbols of mystery and intrigue. Whether they are ancient relics or modern hoaxes, their allure lies in the questions they raise about human ingenuity, spirituality, and the boundaries of our understanding. As we leave the enigmatic world of the crystal skulls, our journey takes us to another ancient puzzle, one that challenges our understanding of early cartography and the limits of human knowledge. Now, shifting our focus to the realm of ancient cartography, we encounter one of history's most perplexing artifacts, the Piri Reis map. Created in the year 1513 by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, this map has sparked decades of debate and fascination. What makes it so extraordinary is its depiction of coastlines and landmasses with a level of accuracy that seems impossible for its time. Particularly its apparent representation of Antarctica, a continent that wouldn't be officially discovered for another 300 years. The map, drawn on gazelle skin, shows parts of Europe, Africa, and the Americas, but it's the inclusion of what some believe to be Antarctica that has caused the most intrigue. The landmass appears to be free of ice, a condition that hasn't existed for millions of years. This has led to a flurry of theories about how Piri Reis could have obtained such precise geographical knowledge. One popular theory suggests that the map was based on much older sources, possibly from ancient civilizations that had advanced knowledge of the world's geography. Some even speculate that these sources could have been passed down from a highly sophisticated prehistoric culture, now lost to history. Others propose that Piri Reis had access to secret archives or maps from earlier explorers, possibly even from the legendary Library of Alexandria, which was said to house the world's greatest collection of knowledge before its destruction. Skeptics, however, argue that the map's depiction of Antarctica is either a misinterpretation or a coincidence. They point out that the landmass could represent a distorted version of South America or another known continent rather than Antarctica. Additionally, the map contains inaccuracies such as misplaced islands and exaggerated coastlines, which suggest that Piri Reis relied on a mix of accurate and flawed sources. Despite the controversies, the Piri Reis map remains a testament to the ingenuity and curiosity of its creator. It challenges our understanding of historical knowledge and raises profound questions about how much ancient civilizations truly knew about the world. Was Piri Reis working from lost maps of an advanced society, or was he simply a skilled cartographer who pieced together fragments of knowledge from his time? As we ponder these mysteries, our journey takes us to another enigmatic chapter in history, where the boundaries of human understanding are once again put to the test. Now, as we set sail into the next mystery, we find ourselves in the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean, where one of the most baffling maritime enigmas unfolded. In the year 1872, a ship named the Mary Celeste was discovered adrift, completely abandoned with no trace of its crew. The ship was in good condition, its cargo intact, and there was no sign of a struggle. Yet the 10 people on board had vanished without a trace, leaving behind a mystery that has puzzled historians and maritime experts for over a century. Theories about what happened to the crew of the Mary Celeste range from the plausible to the fantastical. Some suggest that the crew fell victim to piracy, though no evidence of an attack was found. Others propose that a sudden natural disaster, such as a waterspout or a rogue wave, forced them to abandon ship. However, the lifeboat was still on board, and the ship itself showed no signs of damage that would explain such a hasty departure. Another intriguing theory involves the cargo the Mary Celeste was carrying, barrels of alcohol. Some speculate that fumes from the alcohol may have caused an explosion or a fire, prompting the crew to evacuate. Yet there was no evidence of a fire or explosion on the ship, and the cargo remained undisturbed. Could the crew have panicked and abandoned ship prematurely, only to be lost at sea? It's a possibility, but one that raises more questions than answers. Perhaps the most chilling theory is that of mutiny or foul play. Could the crew have turned on each other or been the victims of a sinister plot? While there's no direct evidence to support this, the absence of any clear explanation leaves room for speculation. The captain's logbook found on board offered no clues, with the last entry being a routine update on the ship's position and weather conditions. The mystery of the Mary Celeste endures because it defies easy explanation. Every theory proposed over the years has its flaws, and the truth remains as elusive as the crew themselves. What happened on that fateful voyage? Did the crew encounter something beyond their understanding, or was it a tragic series of events that led to their disappearance? The Mary Celeste stands as a haunting reminder of the ocean's mysteries and the limits of our knowledge. As we leave the ghostly tale of the Mary Celeste behind, our journey takes us to another strange and unsettling event in history, where the boundaries of human experience are once again tested. Now, as we step into the shadows of medieval Europe, we encounter one of the most bizarre and unsettling events in history, the Dancing Plague of 1518. In the city of Strasbourg, hundreds of people suddenly began dancing uncontrollably in the streets, unable to stop themselves for days, even weeks. This strange phenomenon, which left many exhausted, injured, or even dead, has puzzled historians and scientists for centuries. What could have caused such a surreal and tragic event? One of the leading theories points to mass hysteria. a psychological phenomenon where fear or anxiety spreads rapidly through a group, leading to irrational behavior. In the case of the dancing plague, the people of Strasbourg were living in a time of great hardship, with famine, disease, and social unrest plaguing their daily lives. Some historians suggest that the stress and despair of these conditions triggered a collective breakdown, causing people to dance as a form of release or protest. This theory highlights how deeply societal pressures can affect human behavior, even in ways that seem inexplicable. Another compelling explanation involves ergot poisoning, a condition caused by consuming rye contaminated with a toxic fungus. Ergot produces chemicals similar to those found in hallucinogenic drugs, which can cause convulsions, hallucinations, and involuntary movements. If the people of Strasbourg had eaten bread made from infected grain, it's possible that they experienced symptoms that led to the uncontrollable dancing. This theory offers a scientific angle to the mystery, suggesting that the plague may have had a biological origin rather than a purely psychological one. Yet the dancing plague also reveals much about the beliefs and fears of medieval society. At the time, many people interpreted the event as a curse or divine punishment, with some even believing it was the work of demons. This reflects the widespread influence of religion and superstition in shaping how people understood the world around them. The authorities, desperate to stop the dancing, resorted to extreme measures, including organizing public dances and even building stages to contain the afflicted. These efforts, though well-intentioned, only added to the chaos. The dancing plague of 1518 remains a haunting reminder of how little we sometimes understand about the human mind and body. Whether it was caused by mass hysteria, ergot poisoning, or a combination of factors, the event underscores the fragility of human health and the power of societal stress. It also serves as a window into the medieval world, where the line between science and superstition was often blurred. As we leave the eerie streets of Strasbourg behind, our journey takes us to another mysterious event, one that shook the very ground beneath our feet and left a scar on the landscape of history. Now, shifting our gaze to the vast wilderness of Siberia, we uncover one of the most explosive mysteries in history, the Tunguska event. On June 30th, 1908, a massive explosion rocked the remote Tunguska region, releasing energy equivalent to 1,000 times the power of the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. The blast flattened an estimated 80 million trees across 800 square miles, yet left no crater behind. This absence of a crater has fueled endless speculation and debate about what truly caused this catastrophic event. One of the most widely accepted theories is that the explosion was caused by a meteorite or comet entering Earth's atmosphere. As the object hurtled toward the ground, the intense heat and pressure caused it to explode several miles above the surface, creating a shockwave that devastated the landscape. This theory is supported by eyewitness accounts, which describe a bright fireball streaking across the sky before the explosion. However, the lack of physical evidence, such as meteorite fragments, has left room for doubt and alternative explanations. Another intriguing possibility is that the Tunguska event was the result of a secret military experiment. Some researchers have suggested that the explosion could have been caused by an early test of a powerful weapon, possibly involving nuclear or experimental technology. While this theory is less widely accepted, it reflects the enduring fascination with the idea that human ingenuity or recklessness might have played a role in such a dramatic event. A more unconventional theory proposes that the explosion was caused by a natural gas eruption. According to this hypothesis, a buildup of methane beneath the Earth's surface could have been ignited by a lightning strike or other natural trigger, resulting in a massive explosion. While this explanation accounts for the lack of a crater, it struggles to explain the fireball and other phenomena reported by witnesses. The Tunguska event remains one of the most perplexing mysteries of the modern era, a reminder of how much we still have to learn about our planet and the forces that shape it. Whether it was a cosmic visitor, a secret experiment, or a natural phenomenon, the event continues to captivate scientists and historians alike. Its legacy endures not only in the scarred landscape of Siberia, but also in the questions it raises about the unpredictable nature of our universe. As we leave the enigmatic forests of Tunguska behind, our journey takes us to another haunting mystery, one that involves an entire colony vanishing without a trace. Now, as we step into the shadows of the late 16th century, we encounter one of America's oldest and most enduring mysteries, the disappearance of the Roanoke colony. In 1587, over 100 English settlers arrived on Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina, to establish a new colony. Led by John White, the group hoped to build a thriving settlement. However, when White returned to England for supplies later that year, he could not have imagined the eerie scene that would greet him upon his return 3 years later. When White finally made it back to Roanoke in 1590, he found the colony completely abandoned. The houses had been dismantled, and there was no trace of the settlers, no bodies, no signs of struggle, and no indication of where they had gone. The only clue left behind was the word Croatoan carved into a wooden post and the letters Crow etched into a nearby tree. These cryptic messages have fueled speculation for centuries, leaving historians and archaeologists to piece together what might have happened to the so-called lost colony. One of the most widely accepted theories is that the settlers integrated with the local Croatoan tribe, a Native American group that inhabited the nearby Hatteras Island. The word Croatoan carved into the post may have been a message indicating their relocation. Some evidence supports this theory, including reports of European-style artifacts found among Native American settlements and accounts of fair-skinned, English-speaking individuals living among the tribes in later years. This suggests that the settlers may have sought refuge with the Croatoan people, blending into their community to survive. Another theory proposes that the colonists faced violent conflict, either with local tribes or with Spanish forces operating in the region. The Spanish, who were rivals of the English, had a presence in the area and may have viewed the Roanoke settlers as a threat. If the colony was attacked, it could explain the sudden disappearance and the lack of remains. However, no definitive evidence of such a conflict has been found, leaving this theory largely speculative. A more dramatic explanation suggests that the settlers attempted to sail back to England or relocate to another area but perished in the process. The treacherous waters of the Atlantic and the lack of seaworthy vessels make this theory plausible, though it does not account for the absence of wreckage or other physical evidence. The mystery of the Roanoke colony remains unsolved, a haunting reminder of the challenges faced by early European settlers in the New World. Whether the colonists integrated with the Croatoan tribe, met a tragic end, or ventured into the unknown, their disappearance continues to captivate and puzzle historians. As we leave the enigmatic shores of Roanoke behind, our journey takes us to another strange tale, this one involving two mysterious children with an otherworldly appearance. Now, as we journey from the enigmatic shores of Roanoke, we find ourselves in the quiet English village of Woolpit during the 12th century, where an even stranger tale unfolds. Here, the legend of the Green Children of Woolpit has puzzled historians and storytellers alike for centuries. According to medieval accounts, two children with green-tinted skin suddenly appeared in the village, speaking an unknown language and dressed in unfamiliar clothing. Their arrival sparked both curiosity and fear among the villagers, who had never seen anything like them before. The children, a boy and a girl, were initially unable to eat the food offered to them, but they eventually began to consume beans, which seemed to sustain them. Over time, the boy grew weak and died, while the girl adapted to her new surroundings, learned English, and eventually lost her green hue. When questioned about their origins, the girl claimed they came from a place called St. Martin's Land, a subterranean world where the sun never shone and everything was bathed in a perpetual green light. This bizarre account has led to a wide range of theories attempting to explain the children's origins and the nature of their mysterious homeland. One of the most intriguing explanations suggests that the children were extraterrestrial beings accidentally stranded on Earth. Their green skin, unfamiliar language, and description of a sunless world have fueled speculation that they might have come from another planet or dimension. While this theory captures the imagination, it remains purely speculative with no concrete evidence to support it. A more grounded theory points to a medical condition as the cause of the children's green skin. Some historians and scientists propose that the children may have suffered from chloroses, a form of anemia that can cause a greenish pallor due to a lack of iron in the diet. This condition, combined with malnutrition and the shock of being displaced from their home, could explain their unusual appearance and initial inability to eat common foods. The girl's eventual recovery and loss of her green tint might align with her improved diet and health over time. Another possibility is that the children were refugees or outcasts from a nearby community, possibly Flemish settlers who had been persecuted during a period of conflict in the region. Their green clothing and strange language could have been misinterpreted by the villagers, leading to the fantastical elements of the story. The mention of St. Martin's Land might have been a mistranslation or a symbolic reference to their homeland, further obscured by the passage of time. Despite the various theories, the story of the Green Children of Woolpit endures as a captivating blend of folklore and mystery. Whether they were extraterrestrial visitors, victims of a medical condition, or displaced refugees, their tale continues to spark curiosity and debate. As we leave the green-hued mystery of Woolpit behind, our journey takes us to another ancient enigma, one that involves a treasure hidden for centuries and a scroll that holds the key to its location. Now, as we shift our focus from the enigmatic Green Children of Woolpit, we delve into another ancient mystery that has tantalized treasure hunters and historians for decades: the Copper Scroll treasure. Discovered among the famed Dead Sea Scrolls in the mid-20th century, this unique artifact stands out not only for its material but also for its cryptic contents. Unlike the other scrolls, which are made of parchment or papyrus, the Copper Scroll is exactly what its name suggests: a sheet of copper inscribed with text. This unusual choice of material has led many to believe that the information it contains was meant to endure for centuries, perhaps even millennia. The scroll, written in a form of Hebrew, lists over 60 locations where vast quantities of gold, silver, and other treasures are said to be hidden. The descriptions are detailed, mentioning specific amounts of treasure and precise landmarks such as caves, cisterns, and ruins. However, despite the apparent clarity of the instructions, no one has successfully located the treasures described. This has led to endless speculation about whether the scroll is a genuine treasure map or an elaborate hoax. One of the most compelling aspects of the Copper Scroll is its potential connection to the Second Temple in Jerusalem. Some scholars believe that the treasures listed could be the lost wealth of the temple, hidden away before its destruction by the Romans in the year 70. If true, this would make the Copper Scroll one of the most significant archaeological discoveries in history. However, others argue that the treasures might belong to a different group or even be symbolic rather than literal, adding another layer of intrigue to the mystery. Over the years, numerous expeditions have been launched to uncover the treasures described in the scroll. Yet, each attempt has ended in frustration, with the locations either proving impossible to identify or yielding no trace of the promised riches. Some have suggested that the scroll's instructions are encoded or require a key to interpret, while others believe that the treasures may have been looted or destroyed long ago. Despite these setbacks, the allure of the Copper Scroll remains undiminished, drawing in new generations of treasure hunters and researchers. What makes the Copper Scroll particularly fascinating is the tantalizing possibility that the treasures it describes could still be out there, waiting to be discovered. The idea of uncovering a fortune hidden for centuries captures the imagination, blending history, adventure, and mystery into a single, irresistible narrative. As we continue to explore the secrets of the past, the Copper Scroll stands as a reminder of how much remains hidden, waiting for the right moment, or the right person, to bring it to light. With this treasure-laden mystery still unsolved, our journey now takes us to another ancient artifact, one that has baffled scholars for over a century: the Phaistos disc. What secrets does this clay disc hold, and why has its message remained undeciphered for so long? Let's find out. Now, as we step into the shadows of ancient Crete, we encounter one of history's most perplexing artifacts: the Phaistos disc. Discovered in the early 20th century within the ruins of the Minoan palace of Phaistos, this clay disc is unlike anything else from its time. Measuring about 6 inches in diameter, the disc is covered on both sides with a spiral of stamped symbols arranged in groups that seem to form some kind of message. Yet, despite over a century of study, no one has been able to decipher its meaning, leaving it as one of the greatest unsolved puzzles of the ancient world. The symbols themselves are unique, with no clear connection to any known writing system from the period. Some resemble objects, animals, or human figures, while others are more abstract. This has led to a wide range of theories about the disc's purpose. Some scholars believe it could be a religious text, perhaps a hymn or a prayer, while others suggest it might be a form of ancient poetry or even a record of a significant event. There are even those who argue that the disc could be an early form of a board game, with the symbols representing moves or rules. The possibilities are as varied as they are fascinating. One of the biggest challenges in deciphering the Phaistos disc is the lack of a Rosetta Stone, a key that could help translate its symbols into a known language. Without such a reference, researchers have had to rely on comparisons with other ancient scripts, such as Linear A and Linear B, which were used in Crete and mainland Greece. However, these comparisons have yielded little progress, as the symbols on the disc do not match those found in other texts. This has led some to speculate that the disc might be a one-of-a-kind creation, perhaps even a hoax, though most experts agree that its authenticity is beyond doubt. The mystery of the Phaistos disc is further deepened by its context. Found in a palace that was a center of Minoan culture, the disc raises questions about the sophistication of this ancient civilization. Were the Minoans capable of creating such a complex system of symbols? And if so, why has no other example of this writing been found? These questions have fueled endless debates, with some suggesting that the disc might be a foreign import, while others argue it represents a lost branch of Minoan culture. Despite the lack of answers, the Phaistos disc continues to captivate researchers and enthusiasts alike. Its enigmatic symbols and the tantalizing possibility of uncovering a lost language make it a symbol of the enduring mysteries of the ancient world. As we move forward, the disc remains a reminder of how much we still have to learn about our past, and how even the smallest artifact can hold secrets that challenge our understanding of history. With the mystery of the Phaistos disc still unresolved, our journey now takes us to another unexplained phenomenon, this time from the modern era. What is the source of the strange, low-frequency hum heard by residents of Taos, New Mexico? Let's explore the enigma of the Taos hum. Now, shifting our focus to a more modern mystery, we delve into the strange phenomenon known as the Taos hum. For decades, residents of Taos, New Mexico, have reported hearing a persistent, low-frequency hum that seems to have no identifiable source. Described as a faint, droning sound, the hum is often compared to the distant rumble of an engine or the vibration of heavy machinery. Yet, despite numerous investigations, its origin remains a mystery, baffling scientists and locals alike. The Taos hum first gained widespread attention in the early 1990s when a group of residents banded together to demand answers. They claimed the sound was not only constant but also disruptive, affecting their sleep and overall quality of life. Intrigued by these reports, researchers from various fields, including acoustics and psychology, descended on the town to investigate. However, their efforts yielded no definitive answers. Some speculated that the hum could be caused by industrial machinery or underground pipelines, but no such sources were ever identified. Others suggested it might be linked to natural phenomena, such as seismic activity or atmospheric conditions. Yet these theories also failed to provide a conclusive explanation. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Tao's hum is that not everyone can hear it. While some residents describe it as an inescapable presence, others claim to hear nothing at all. This has led to theories that the hum might be a form of auditory hallucination or a psychological phenomenon triggered by stress or other factors. However, this explanation doesn't account for the fact that many of those who hear the hum are otherwise healthy and have no history of auditory issues. Additionally, some researchers have proposed that the hum could be the result of secret military projects, such as low-frequency sound experiments or underground testing facilities. While these ideas are compelling, there is no concrete evidence to support them. The mystery of the Tao's hum has also sparked comparisons to similar phenomena reported in other parts of the world, such as the Bristol hum in England and the Windsor hum in Canada. Like the Tao's hum, these sounds are often described as low-frequency vibrations that seem to come from nowhere. Some researchers believe these hums could be connected, pointing to a global pattern of unexplained auditory phenomena. However, without a clear understanding of their causes, these connections remain speculative. Despite decades of research, the Tao's hum continues to elude explanation. Its persistence has made it a symbol of the limits of human understanding, reminding us that even in the modern age, there are mysteries that defy our best efforts to solve them. As we move forward, the hum remains a source of fascination and frustration, a reminder that some secrets are still waiting to be uncovered. With the enigma of the Tao's hum still echoing in our minds, we now turn to another mystery that has puzzled scientists and enthusiasts for decades: the wow signal. What could this mysterious radio signal, detected in 1977, tell us about the possibility of extraterrestrial life? Let's explore this next chapter in our journey through history's greatest secrets. Now, as we venture into the realm of cosmic mysteries, we encounter one of the most tantalizing signals ever detected: the wow signal. On August 15, 1977, a radio telescope at Ohio State University's Big Ear Observatory picked up a signal so unusual that it left astronomers stunned. Lasting for 72 seconds, the signal was so strong and so distinct that the astronomer who discovered it, Jerry Amon, circled it on the printout and wrote, "Wow." In the margin, a name that has stuck ever since. The wow signal appeared to originate from the direction of the constellation Sagittarius, near a star group known as Chi Sagittarii. What made it extraordinary was its intensity and frequency, which matched the expected characteristics of a signal from an intelligent extraterrestrial source. Specifically, it was detected at a frequency of 1420 MHz, a range often referred to as the water hole because it is relatively quiet and ideal for interstellar communication. This led many to speculate that the signal could be a deliberate attempt by an alien civilization to make contact. Despite its brief duration, the wow signal sparked a wave of excitement and intrigue. Astronomers scrambled to detect it again, pointing telescopes toward the same region of the sky in hopes of capturing a repeat transmission. However, despite numerous attempts over the years, the signal has never been heard again. This has only deepened the mystery, leaving scientists to wonder whether it was a one-time event or if it holds clues we have yet to understand. Several theories have been proposed to explain the wow signal. Some suggest it could have been a natural phenomenon, such as a comet or a burst of cosmic radiation, though these explanations struggle to account for its unique characteristics. Others believe it might have been a signal from a distant alien civilization, a fleeting attempt to reach out across the vastness of space. However, without further evidence, this remains purely speculative. The WOW signal has become a cornerstone in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, or SETI, inspiring countless efforts to scan the skies for similar signals. It serves as a reminder of how little we know about the universe and the possibility that we are not alone. While the signal's origin remains a mystery, its impact on our understanding of the cosmos is undeniable. As we reflect on the enigma of the WOW signal, we are reminded that some of history's greatest secrets lie not on Earth but among the stars. And with that, we turn our attention to another enduring mystery, the Bermuda Triangle. What could explain the strange disappearances that have occurred in this infamous region of the Atlantic Ocean? Let's explore this next chapter in our journey through history's most baffling secrets. Now, as we shift our gaze from the mysteries of the cosmos to the depths of the Atlantic Ocean, we find ourselves drawn to one of the most infamous enigmas in human history, the Bermuda Triangle. Stretching between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, this region has long been associated with strange and unexplained disappearances of ships and aircraft. Over the years, countless stories have emerged, fueling speculation and fear about what might lie beneath its waters. The Bermuda Triangle first gained widespread attention in the mid-20th century when a series of high-profile incidents captured the public's imagination. One of the most famous cases involved Flight 19, a group of 5 U.S. Navy bombers that vanished during a training mission in December 1945. Despite extensive search efforts, no trace of the planes or their 14 crew members was ever found. Adding to the mystery, a rescue plane sent to locate the missing aircraft also disappeared without a trace. These events sparked a wave of theories ranging from the plausible to the fantastical. Scientists have proposed several explanations for the phenomena associated with the Bermuda Triangle. One leading theory points to methane hydrates, large deposits of methane gas trapped beneath the ocean floor. If released, these gases could create massive bubbles that reduce the water's density, causing ships to lose buoyancy and sink without warning. Similarly, methane eruptions could disrupt the air above, potentially leading to engine failure or navigational errors in aircraft. Another explanation focuses on human error and the challenges of navigating this region. The Bermuda Triangle is known for its unpredictable weather patterns, strong currents, and magnetic anomalies that can interfere with compass readings. These factors, combined with the vastness of the ocean, make it a particularly treacherous area for even the most experienced sailors and pilots. Many disappearances can likely be attributed to these natural hazards rather than anything supernatural. Despite the scientific explanations, the Bermuda Triangle continues to captivate the public imagination. Its allure lies in the sense of mystery and the unknown, as well as the countless stories of vanished vessels and unexplained phenomena. From tales of alien abductions to theories about lost civilizations, the Bermuda Triangle has become a cultural symbol of the unexplained, inspiring books, documentaries, and even Hollywood films. As we explore the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle, we are reminded that the ocean, much like the cosmos, holds secrets that challenge our understanding of the world. And with that, we turn our attention to another fascinating chapter in history, the lost colony of Greenland. What could have caused the disappearance of the Norse settlers who once thrived in this icy landscape? Let's uncover the story behind this enduring mystery. Now, as we journey from the enigmatic waters of the Bermuda Triangle to the icy expanses of the North Atlantic, we uncover the haunting mystery of the lost colony of Greenland. In the 15th century, the Norse settlers who had thrived in Greenland for centuries vanished without a trace, leaving behind only ruins and unanswered questions. What could have led to the disappearance of an entire community that once flourished in one of the harshest environments on Earth? The Norse first arrived in Greenland around the year 985, led by the legendary explorer Eric the Red. They established two main settlements, the eastern and western settlements, which grew to support a population of several thousand people. For centuries, these settlers adapted to the challenging climate, relying on farming, hunting, and trade with Europe to sustain their way of life. Yet, by the mid-15th century, both settlements were abandoned, and the fate of their inhabitants became one of history's most enduring puzzles. One of the leading theories points to climate change as a key factor in the colony's decline. During the medieval period, Greenland experienced a gradual cooling known as the Little Ice Age, which made farming increasingly difficult. Crops failed, livestock struggled to survive, and the once reliable trade routes to Europe became more treacherous as sea ice expanded. The settlers, who depended heavily on agriculture, may have found it impossible to sustain their communities in the face of these environmental challenges. Another theory suggests that conflict with the Inuit, the indigenous people of Greenland, played a role in the Norse disappearance. As the climate worsened, the Inuit, who were skilled hunters and adapted to the harsh conditions, may have encroached on Norse territory in search of resources. Tensions between the two groups could have escalated into violent confrontations, further destabilizing the already struggling Norse settlements. However, archaeological evidence of such conflicts remains scarce, leaving this theory open to debate. Some historians propose that the Norse settlers simply chose to leave Greenland, either returning to Europe or relocating to other Norse colonies in North America. The journey back to Iceland or Norway would have been perilous, but the prospect of a more hospitable environment may have outweighed the risks. Yet, if this were the case, why is there no record of their return in European chronicles? The silence of historical records only deepens the mystery. The disappearance of the Norse colony in Greenland offers a sobering glimpse into the challenges of medieval exploration and settlement. It highlights the vulnerability of human communities to environmental changes and the complexities of cultural interactions in remote regions. As we reflect on this lost chapter of history, we are reminded of the resilience and adaptability required to survive in the face of adversity. With the story of Greenland's lost colony behind us, we now turn our attention to another enigmatic region of the world, the Devil's Sea. Often referred to as the Pacific Bermuda Triangle, this area has its own share of unexplained disappearances and eerie phenomena. What secrets lie beneath its waves? Let's dive in and explore. Now, as we venture into the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, we encounter a region shrouded in mystery and intrigue, the Devil's Sea. Often referred to as the Pacific Bermuda Triangle, this area, located off the coast of Japan, has long been associated with unexplained disappearances of ships and planes, earning it a reputation as one of the most enigmatic places on Earth. What makes this stretch of water so perilous, and how does it compare to its Atlantic counterpart? The Devil's Sea, also known as the Dragon's Triangle, shares striking similarities with the Bermuda Triangle. Both regions are infamous for reports of vessels and aircraft vanishing without a trace, often under mysterious circumstances. In the Devil's Sea, these incidents date back centuries, with Japanese folklore even attributing the disappearances to mythical sea dragons. But beyond the legends, what could explain these eerie phenomena? One possible explanation lies in the region's unique geological and environmental conditions. The Devil's Sea is located near the Izu Islands, an area known for its volcanic activity and frequent underwater earthquakes. These seismic events can create sudden, powerful waves and whirlpools capable of swallowing ships whole. Additionally, the release of methane gas from the ocean floor, a phenomenon also linked to the Bermuda Triangle, could destabilize vessels by reducing the water's density, causing them to sink without warning. Another theory points to the region's unpredictable weather patterns. The Pacific Ocean is notorious for its violent storms, which can arise with little warning and generate massive waves. For ships and planes caught in these tempests, the chances of survival are slim, especially in an era before modern navigation and communication technology. Could these natural forces alone account for the disappearances, or is there something more sinister at play? Some researchers have suggested that magnetic anomalies in the Devil's Sea could interfere with navigational instruments, leading to disorientation and accidents. Similar claims have been made about the Bermuda Triangle, where compasses are said to behave erratically. While scientific evidence for such anomalies remains inconclusive, the idea adds another layer of intrigue to the mystery. Despite the many theories, the Devil's Sea continues to defy explanation. Its reputation as a place of danger and mystery has inspired countless stories and legends, but the truth behind its disappearances remains elusive. As we reflect on the parallels between the Devil's Sea and the Bermuda Triangle, we are reminded of how much of our world's oceans remain uncharted and misunderstood. With the mysteries of the Devil's Sea still swirling in our minds, we now turn our attention to another fascinating enigma, the perfectly round stone spheres of Costa Rica. What secrets do these ancient artifacts hold, and what can they tell us about the civilizations that created them? Let's uncover the story behind these remarkable relics. Now, shifting our gaze to the lush landscapes of Costa Rica, we uncover one of archaeology's most intriguing puzzles, the perfectly round stone spheres scattered across the Diquis Delta. These enigmatic artifacts, ranging in size from a few centimeters to over 2 meters in diameter, have captivated researchers and visitors alike for decades. But what were these spheres used for, and how did ancient civilizations craft them with such precision? The stone spheres, often referred to as the Los Bolas, were first discovered in the 1930s during agricultural expansion in the region. Their near-perfect roundness and smooth surfaces immediately sparked curiosity. Archaeologists believe they were created by the Diquis culture, a pre-Columbian society that thrived in the area between the years 700 and 1500. But the true purpose of these spheres remains a subject of debate. One prominent theory suggests that the spheres served as astronomical tools, aligning with celestial bodies to mark significant events like solstices or equinoxes. This idea is supported by the fact that some spheres were found arranged in specific patterns, possibly reflecting constellations or other astronomical phenomena. If true, this would indicate a sophisticated understanding of the cosmos by the Diquis people. Another compelling theory posits that the spheres were symbols of power and status. Their placement near important structures, such as ceremonial sites or elite residences, suggests they may have been used to signify authority or territorial claims. The sheer effort required to create and transport these massive stones would have demonstrated the wealth and influence of those who commissioned them. The mystery deepens when we consider how these spheres were made. Without modern tools, the Diquis culture achieved remarkable precision in shaping the stones. Researchers believe they used a combination of hammering, pecking, and grinding techniques, possibly aided by fire to soften the rock. The process would have been incredibly labor-intensive, raising questions about the resources and organization required to produce them. Despite decades of study, many questions about the stone spheres remain unanswered. Why were they abandoned and left scattered across the landscape? What cultural or spiritual significance did they hold for the Diquis people? And how did they achieve such geometric perfection without advanced technology? As we marvel at these ancient relics, we are reminded of the ingenuity and creativity of past civilizations. The stone spheres of Costa Rica stand as a testament to human curiosity and the enduring allure of the unknown. With this mystery still lingering, we now turn our attention to another historical enigma, the disappearance of the Roman Ninth Legion. What fate befell these seasoned soldiers, and why does their story continue to haunt historians? Let's explore the clues left behind. Now, as we step into the shadowy annals of Roman history, we encounter one of its most enduring mysteries, the disappearance of the Ninth Legion. Known as Legio Nona Hispana, this formidable military unit vanished in the early 2nd century while stationed in Britain, leaving behind a trail of questions that has puzzled historians for centuries. What happened to these seasoned soldiers, and why does their fate remain shrouded in uncertainty? The Ninth Legion was one of Rome's most experienced forces, having fought in numerous campaigns across the empire. By the early 2nd century, they were stationed in the northern reaches of Roman Britain, tasked with maintaining order and defending the empire's frontier. However, around the year 117, records of the legion abruptly cease. No definitive account of their fate exists, sparking a range of theories about their sudden disappearance. One of the most dramatic explanations suggests that the Ninth Legion was annihilated in battle. Some historians believe they may have been ambushed by the fierce Caledonian tribes of northern Britain, who are known for their resistance to Roman rule. This theory is supported by accounts of increased unrest in the region during this period, as well as archaeological evidence of violent clashes. If true, the loss of an entire legion would have been a significant blow to Roman morale and military strength. Another theory proposes that the Ninth Legion was not destroyed but simply relocated. Some scholars argue that the legion may have been transferred to another part of the empire, such as the Rhine frontier or the eastern provinces, where records were less meticulously maintained. This idea is bolstered by the discovery of inscriptions and artifacts that suggest the presence of Ninth Legion soldiers in other regions after their supposed disappearance in Britain. However, this theory remains contentious as no definitive evidence has been found to confirm their relocation. A third possibility is that the legion was disbanded or merged with other units. The Roman military often reorganized its forces in response to changing strategic needs, and it's possible that the Ninth Legion was absorbed into another legion or dissolved entirely. This would explain the lack of records, but it doesn't account for the absence of any clear documentation or explanation for such a significant decision. The mystery of the Ninth Legion's disappearance is further complicated by the lack of contemporary accounts. Roman historians like Tacitus and Cassius Dio make no mention of the legion's fate, leaving modern scholars to piece together clues from scattered sources. This absence of information has fueled speculation and debate, making the Ninth Legion one of history's most tantalizing enigmas. As we reflect on the fate of these Roman soldiers, we are reminded of the fragility of historical records and the gaps that time leaves behind. The disappearance of the Ninth Legion stands as a testament to the complexities of history and the enduring allure of its unsolved mysteries. With this enigma still lingering, we now turn our attention to another legendary tale, the Lost Dutchman's Gold Mine. What secrets lie hidden in Arizona's Superstition Mountains, and why has this treasure eluded discovery for so long? Let's uncover the story behind the legend. Now, as we venture into the rugged wilderness of Arizona's Superstition Mountains, we uncover the enduring legend of the Lost Dutchman's Gold Mine. This fabled treasure has captivated the imaginations of countless adventurers for over a century, drawing them into a perilous search for untold riches. But what is the truth behind this elusive mine, and why has it remained hidden despite decades of relentless pursuit? The story begins in the late 19th century with a German immigrant named Jacob Waltz, often referred to as the Dutchman. According to legend, Waltz discovered a rich gold mine in the Superstition Mountains, a place steeped in Native American lore and said to be cursed. Before his death in 1891, Waltz allegedly revealed the mine's location to a neighbor, but the directions were vague, leaving only cryptic clues to its whereabouts. Since then, the hunt for the Lost Dutchman's Gold Mine has become one of America's most famous treasure quests. One theory suggests that the mine was part of a larger network of gold deposits hidden by the Peralta family, wealthy Mexican landowners who mined the area in the early 19th century. According to this account, the Peraltas were ambushed by Apache warriors while transporting gold, and the mine's location was lost to history. Waltz, it is said, stumbled upon one of these hidden caches, sparking the legend that endures to this day. Another intriguing angle ties the mind to the supernatural. The Superstition Mountains have long been associated with curses and mysterious forces, with some claiming that the spirits of the Apache guard the treasure. Stories of strange lights, eerie sounds, and unexplained disappearances have fueled the belief that the mine is protected by otherworldly forces, deterring all but the most determined seekers. Despite the allure of gold, the search for the lost Dutchman's mine has often ended in tragedy. Over the years, dozens of adventurers have vanished or died under mysterious circumstances while hunting for the treasure. Some succumbed to the harsh desert environment, while others fell victim to accidents or violence. These grim outcomes have only deepened the mine's mystique, turning it into a symbol of both hope and peril. Modern efforts to locate the mine have employed advanced technology, from satellite imagery to ground-penetrating radar, yet the treasure remains elusive. Skeptics argue that the mine may never have existed, suggesting that the legend was born from a combination of tall tales and wishful thinking. Others believe that the mine's location is known to a select few who guard its secrets closely. As we reflect on the legend of the Lost Dutchman's gold mine, we are reminded of the timeless allure of hidden treasure and the human desire to uncover the unknown. Whether fact or fiction, the story continues to inspire adventurers and dreamers, proving that some mysteries are as enduring as the mountains themselves. With this tale of gold and danger still echoing in our minds, we now turn to another chilling mystery, the unsolved murder of Elizabeth Short, known as the Black Dahlia. What dark secrets lie behind one of America's most infamous crimes? Let's delve into the haunting story. Now, as we step into the shadowy streets of 1947 Los Angeles, we encounter one of the most chilling and enigmatic crimes in American history: the murder of Elizabeth Short, famously known as the Black Dahlia. This case, marked by its brutality and unsolved nature, has haunted the public imagination for decades, leaving behind a trail of theories, suspects, and unanswered questions. Elizabeth Short, a young aspiring actress, was found brutally murdered on January 15, 1947, in a vacant lot in Los Angeles. Her body had been severed in half, and her face bore a grotesque Glasgow smile, a grim signature that shocked even seasoned investigators. The media quickly dubbed her the Black Dahlia, a name that would become synonymous with mystery and horror. From the outset, the investigation was plagued by complications. Short's life was shrouded in ambiguity, with conflicting accounts of her relationships, aspirations, and movements in the days leading up to her death. This lack of clarity made it difficult for detectives to piece together a coherent timeline or identify a clear motive. The case attracted widespread attention, with the press sensationalizing every detail, further muddying the waters of the investigation. One of the most persistent theories points to the possibility of a serial killer. Some investigators believe that the meticulous nature of the crime, including the precise cuts and the placement of the body, suggests the work of someone with medical knowledge or experience in dissection. This theory gained traction when similar unsolved murders in the area were linked to the Black Dahlia case, though no definitive connections were ever proven. Another compelling angle involves the idea of a Hollywood cover-up. Elizabeth Short was known to frequent the fringes of the entertainment industry, and rumors swirled that she may have crossed paths with powerful figures who sought to silence her. Some speculate that her murder was orchestrated to protect the reputations of influential individuals, with law enforcement either complicit or unable to penetrate the veil of secrecy surrounding Hollywood's elite. The list of suspects over the years has been long and varied, ranging from doctors and military personnel to drifters and con artists. One of the most notorious figures linked to the case was George Hodel, a prominent physician whose own son later accused him of being the killer. Hodel's alleged connections to the crime scene and his suspicious behavior have kept him at the center of the mystery, though no conclusive evidence has ever tied him directly to the murder. Despite decades of investigation, the Black Dahlia case remains unsolved, a testament to its complexity and the enduring fascination it holds. The lack of closure has fueled countless books, films, and documentaries, each offering new interpretations and theories. Yet, the truth of what happened to Elizabeth Short on that fateful night in 1947 remains as elusive as ever. As we reflect on this haunting chapter of history, we are reminded of the fragility of justice and the enduring power of mystery. The Black Dahlia case continues to captivate, not just for its gruesome details, but for the questions it raises about human nature, the pursuit of truth, and the shadows that linger in the corners of our collective memory. With this chilling tale still echoing, we now turn to another enigmatic event, the Dyatlov Pass incident. What strange forces led to the mysterious deaths of 9 hikers in the Ural Mountains? Let's uncover the secrets of this baffling tragedy. Now, as we venture into the icy wilderness of the Ural Mountains, we uncover one of the most perplexing and chilling mysteries of the 20th century, the Dyatlov Pass incident. In January 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov, embarked on a trek through the northern Urals. Their goal was to reach Otorten Mountain, but none of them would return alive. What happened to them remains a haunting enigma, filled with bizarre details that defy easy explanation. The hikers were last seen alive on January 27, 1959, as they set up camp on the slopes of Kholat Syakh, a mountain whose name ominously translates to Mountain of the Dead. Weeks later, when the group failed to make contact, a search party was sent to find them. What they discovered was both shocking and deeply unsettling. The hikers' tent was found torn open from the inside, as if they had fled in a panic. Footprints leading away from the tent suggested they had run barefoot or in socks despite the freezing temperatures. Over the following weeks, the bodies of the hikers were found scattered across the area, each revealing strange and disturbing clues. Some of the hikers had died from hypothermia, but others bore injuries that were far more puzzling. One had a fractured skull, while another had severe chest trauma, as if crushed by an immense force. Strangely, no external wounds accompanied these injuries, leading some to speculate about the involvement of an unknown, powerful force. Even more baffling were reports of unusual radiation levels on some of the hikers' clothing, adding another layer of mystery to the case. Theories about what happened at Dyatlov Pass range from the plausible to the extraordinary. One of the most widely accepted explanations is that the hikers were caught in an avalanche, forcing them to flee their tent in a panic. The injuries in this scenario could have been caused by the crushing weight of snow or the harsh conditions they faced while trying to survive. However, this theory fails to fully explain the lack of avalanche evidence at the scene or the peculiar radiation readings. Another theory suggests that the hikers may have encountered a military experiment gone wrong. The Ural Mountains were known to be a testing ground for Soviet weapons and technology, and some believe the hikers may have stumbled upon a secret operation. This could explain the radiation and the mysterious injuries, though no concrete evidence has ever been found to support this claim. More speculative explanations include encounters with extraterrestrial beings or even supernatural forces. Some point to reports of strange orange lights in the sky around the time of the incident, suggesting the hikers may have witnessed something otherworldly. Others believe the area itself is cursed, citing local legends and the mountain's ominous name as evidence of a darker, unseen influence. Despite decades of investigation, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains unsolved. The official Soviet investigation concluded that the hikers had died due to an unknown compelling force, a vague and unsatisfying explanation that only deepened the mystery. In recent years, new expeditions and scientific studies have attempted to shed light on the case, but the truth remains elusive. As we reflect on this haunting event, we are reminded of the power of nature, the limits of human understanding, and the enduring allure of the unknown. The Dyatlov Pass incident continues to captivate, not just for its tragic outcome, but for the questions it raises about what lies beyond the boundaries of our knowledge. With this chilling mystery still lingering, we now turn to another enigmatic figure, the Zodiac Killer. What drove this elusive murderer to terrorize California in the late 1960s and early 1970s? Let's unravel the secrets of one of America's most infamous unsolved cases. Now, as we shift our focus from the icy wilderness of the Ural Mountains to the sun-soaked streets of California, we delve into one of the most infamous and chilling unsolved cases in American history, the Zodiac Killer. Between the late 1960s and early 1970s, this elusive murderer terrorized the San Francisco Bay Area, leaving a trail of fear, cryptic messages, and unanswered questions in his wake. The Zodiac Killer's reign of terror began in December 1968 with the murder of two teenagers, David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, in Vallejo, California. Over the next 2 years, he would claim at least 5 victims, though he boasted of killing many more in the letters he sent to local newspapers. These letters were not just confessions. They were filled with taunts, riddles, and coded messages, as if the killer was playing a twisted game with the authorities and the public. One of the most infamous aspects of the Zodiac case is the series of ciphers he sent to newspapers, challenging anyone to decode them. The first cipher, known as the 340 cipher, was cracked by a school teacher and his wife, revealing a chilling message in which the killer claimed to enjoy killing because it was more fun than killing wild game in the forest. However, other ciphers, including the notorious 340 cipher, remain unsolved to this day, fueling speculation about the killer's identity and motives. The Zodiac's letters were not just cryptic, they were also filled with bizarre symbols and references. He signed many of his messages with a crosshair-like symbol, which became his chilling signature. In one letter, he even included a piece of a victim's blood-stained shirt as proof of his crimes. The killer's brazenness and the sheer volume of his communications with the press created a media frenzy, turning the case into a national obsession. Despite the extensive investigation, the Zodiac Killer was never caught. Over the years, numerous suspects have been considered, from local criminals to high-profile figures, but none have been definitively linked to the crimes. Advances in forensic technology have reignited interest in the case, with investigators using DNA analysis and other modern techniques to re-examine evidence. Yet, the identity of the Zodiac remains one of the greatest mysteries in criminal history. The Zodiac Killer's legacy is not just one of fear and violence, but also of the enduring power of mystery. His ability to evade capture, his cryptic communications, and the sheer audacity of his crimes have made him a subject of fascination for decades. As we continue to search for answers, the Zodiac case serves as a stark reminder of the limits of human understanding and the haunting allure of the unknown. With the shadow of the Zodiac still looming, we now turn to our final historical mystery, the ill-fated Franklin expedition. What led to the disappearance of Sir John Franklin and his crew in the Arctic, and what secrets have been uncovered in the frozen wilderness? Let's uncover the truth behind one of history's most tragic expeditions. Now, as we leave behind the chilling mystery of the Zodiac Killer, we set our sights on the frozen expanse of the Arctic, where one of history's most tragic and enigmatic expeditions met its grim end. The Franklin expedition, led by Sir John Franklin in 1845, was a bold attempt to navigate the elusive Northwest Passage. But what began as a mission of discovery quickly turned into a harrowing tale of survival, mystery, and unanswered questions. Sir John Franklin, a seasoned British naval officer, set sail with 2 ships, the Erebus and the Terror, and a crew of 129 men. Equipped with the latest technology and provisions for several years, the expedition seemed well prepared for the harsh Arctic conditions. Yet within months, both ships became trapped in the ice and the crew vanished without a trace. For decades, the fate of the Franklin expedition remained one of the greatest mysteries of the 19th century. The first clues to the expedition's tragic end came from Inuit accounts, which spoke of starving men and signs of cannibalism among the crew. These stories were later supported by the discovery of human remains with cut marks consistent with butchering. But the mystery deepened with the revelation that the crew may have also suffered from lead poisoning. Analysis of preserved bones and food tins from the expedition revealed dangerously high levels of lead, likely from poorly soldered cans. This poisoning could have caused severe physical and mental deterioration, contributing to the crew's inability to survive. In recent years, modern technology has brought new insights into the Franklin expedition's fate. The wrecks of the Erebus and the Terror were discovered in 2014 and 2016, respectively, shedding light on the final days of the crew. Artifacts recovered from the ships, including personal items and navigational tools, have provided glimpses into the lives of the men who perished, yet many questions remain. Why did the ships become trapped? What decisions led to the crew's demise? And what role did the harsh Arctic environment play in this tragedy? The Franklin expedition serves as a haunting reminder of the dangers of exploration and the limits of human endurance. It also highlights the enduring power of mystery, as even with modern discoveries, the full story of what happened to Sir John Franklin and his crew may never be fully known. As we reflect on this tragic chapter of history, we are reminded of the courage and sacrifice of those who dared to venture into the unknown, and the lessons their stories continue to teach us. With the Franklin expedition's secrets still echoing in the frozen Arctic, we now conclude our journey through 30 shocking historical mysteries. From lost cities to unsolved crimes, these stories challenge our understanding of history and remind us of the enduring allure of the unknown. Which of these mysteries captivated you the most? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing explorations into the hidden corners of history. As we bring our journey through these 30 shocking historical secrets to a close, it's impossible not to marvel at how these mysteries continue to challenge our understanding of the past. From the lost city of Atlantis to the tragic fate of the Franklin expedition, each story reveals the limits of human knowledge and the boundless curiosity that drives us to uncover the truth. These secrets remind us that history is not just a collection of facts, but a living, evolving narrative filled with questions that may never be fully answered. These mysteries also highlight the incredible ingenuity and resilience of humanity. Whether it's the advanced technology of the Antikythera Mechanism or the haunting enigma of the Voynich Manuscript, these stories showcase the creativity and determination of those who came before us. They push us to rethink what we know about ancient civilizations, scientific achievements, and even the nature of exploration itself. Now we turn to you. Which of these 30 secrets captivated you the most? Was it the eerie disappearance of the Roanoke colony, the cryptic messages of the Zodiac Killer, or the ancient wonders of the Nazca Lines? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and theories. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into history's greatest mysteries, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. There are countless more stories waiting to be uncovered, and we can't wait to explore them with you. Until next time, keep questioning, keep discovering, and keep unraveling the secrets of our past.